3rd. Nick and I split up today. He's hunting with Dad. Back where we had all those good bucks cruising that grassy patch on November 1st. And I came back here to hunt the same tree that I missed that buck out of early in October. Basically everything that's behind me is a bedding area. My wind is blowing across back down to a waterway, so hopefully it just catches that ditch and it stays that way, and you have the thermals rising in the mornings anyways. So I would expect there to be a lot of deer movement. We've already had several good trail cam pictures that have come through on our phones, oddly enough, on a scrape behind my house. You win some, you lose some when you pick spots to go hunt. It is about 27 degrees, and it's the first time this year that from the condensation of me breathing, my eyelashes and my mustache are starting to freeze. So I'm gonna pull up my face mask, settle in, and enjoy the morning hunt. We'll see what happens. Jesus. Well, that was an interesting encounter. I'm pretty sure that the same deer that Nick and Dad saw, look at this, right in the lens. Landed right in the lens. He came on a beeline, just running this edge, basically the same way the buck that I missed did. And instead of coming into this thick cover over here, he stayed wide at about 50 yards and worked over into some of this thick cover behind me. I let him get about 80 or 70, maybe, 80 or 90 yards away. And then I grunted at him a couple times and snort wheezed, and he turned around and came back to about 50 and again made a scrape and then circled around downwind. Got downwind of me and got a little bit nervous, but he just stood there with his head up. It wasn't like he was spooking or anything. And calmed down, made a scrape right there, and then kept walking back this way. Eventually, the little buck that was with him moved off that way, and he followed him that way. So, I don't know, he was cruising, just making scrapes, just probably checking bedding areas for does. So, the rut is just about to heat up, I think. I think we'll need, at least on this piece, 4 or 5 more days, and things will get to be really good. So, hopefully more of the does that are on this property will come in, and that should make the bucks feel a lot more willing to travel. At this point right now, I've probably got about 20 minutes left that I can sit, and then I gotta start packing all this stuff up to get it down the tree so that I can get to work this afternoon. So it's, I don't know, it's November. You gotta love it, and sometimes you have to hate it at the same time. We're just so close. Nick had that buck at 30 yards. No shot, moving too fast, too thick. I had that buck at 50 yards. It just wouldn't come any closer. So we just keep playing our cards right and spend enough time back here, and I think it's just a matter of time before one of us gets a crack at a good buck.